Hey guys, I'm Periscope, and this video will be replayed on demand for people on Facebook. Just waiting till everyone joins here on Periscope. And we will talk about the microbiome. We'll talk about Candida Overgrowth. Alright, everybody's joining. We'll flip the camera here. Hey everybody, it's Dr. Cole. I'm here live on Periscope, and this video will be on demand for everybody on Facebook. So, just a background on myself first. I'm a functional medicine practitioner. I have a virtual functional medicine practice where we do webcam and phone consultations for people around the world via our website at drwillcole.com. We offer free health evaluations for people via webcam or phone, so check that out. The link is on my profile. And again, people on Facebook, on replay, you're not going to see all the hearts that we get here on Periscope and the comments people are doing in real time on Periscope. So if I answer a comment on from somebody, or I respond to hearts fluttering on the bottom of the screen here, you're not going to see it. All right, so today I want to talk about the microbiome. We've talked a lot about it in the past, but you know, we are, in our body, there's over 100 trillion bacteria. That's a lot of bacteria, and we only have 10 trillion human cells. So in effect, in reality, we are 10 times more bacteria than human. We're sort of the sophisticated host for all these collective colony-forming units of bacteria and yeast in the gut, and it's collectively called the microbiome, or small life. It is 80% of your immune system. It is 95% of your brain neurotransmitter. Serotonin is made in your gut and stored in your gut. It is hugely foundational to our total health. And today I want to talk about the Candida diet. And if anybody on Periscope, you can comment and click at the bottom if you want to. The Candida is something that maybe a lot of people have Googled about or have heard about it on the blogosphere, the health blogosphere. But Candida is short for typically Candida albicans. Even there's lots of different types of Candida, and we all have some yeast or fungus in our gut, and that's what Candida is. But the problem is the overgrowth of that yeast or fungus, and that overgrowth can cause a wide variety of problems for people that are, I would say, weaker genetically or have other problems in their life. If they have, let's say, methylation impairments, we talked about that, I think, in our last educational video here on Periscope and Facebook about methylation impairments. So if someone has methylation impairments, their body's not detoxing properly, their body just doesn't get rid of toxins efficiently. Those people are more susceptible to these underlying gut overgrowths like Candida. And someone else, they may not notice a problem at all. That's why genetic variability is really important to understand. Some people can smoke, a couple packs of cigarettes a day and live till they're 90, and some person can get secondhand smoke and die when they're 50 or 40. It doesn't make smoking healthy, but it depends on how much junk, how much stress can your body's genetics handle. So, Candida overgrowth, this yeast overgrowth can cause inflammation in your body, is linked in the literature to leaky gut syndrome or hyperpermeability of the gut lining. And the foods you eat will either feed more Candida overgrowth or bring it back down into balance. So that's what we're talking about, microbiome balance. So I wrote an article recently. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Thanks for the hearts. I wrote an article recently about the foods that will help with microbiome balance and bringing that Candida overgrowth down. And I want to go over some of them now. So non-starchy vegetables are one. It helps feed your good gut garden, your microbiome, without overfeeding the imbalance, the Candida overgrowth. So good leafy greens are really important, different varieties of leafy greens, and they are rich in folate, which is the B vitamin that is lacking in a lot of people with MTHFR genetic mutations, so it's good for a whole other reason. And then we want to look at clean meats like grass-fed beef, organic chicken, or wild-caught fish. These have good protein sources which are good for the body, as well as good fats which are really good good at bringing anti-inflammatory properties into the body. Thanks for everybody that's joining all around. And if you're joining us, we're talking about Candida overgrowth. Click the hearts at the bottom so I know you guys are watching and liking this content. Then we will look at healthy fats like avocado oil and coconut oil. Coconut oil has caprylic acid, which is really good at killing yeast overgrowth as well. Cultured foods are foods like kimchi and sauerkraut and kefir and even grass-fed yogurt, even coconut yogurt and coconut kefir. These are obviously each one is different, but they have good bacteria, which is good for the gut and bringing balance in the microbiome. But a lot of these starchy vegetables, sauerkraut and the kimchi particularly, should be used sparingly because the starch in them, the carbohydrates, the sugar in them can be not good for Candida overgrowth. So using them sparingly, typically I find that a coconut kefir or a water kefir or a coconut yogurt are better tolerated at the beginning. And then as you heal, you can start ramping these good fermented foods, which are really good for the gut health later on as you heal. Healing herbs and spices are also really good, like oregano and ginger and pal d'arco, which these are good antimicrobial herbs and spices that are really good at bringing balance to the microbiome. Healthy sweeteners, I mentioned in the article that stevia and xylitol, while preferred, if you have to use a sweetener in the first place, you should still use them sparingly because xylitol in particular can really be tough on the gut. So it should be used with caution. And again, everybody's different. So it may work for you, it may not work for the next person, or vice versa. Tea, black tea, the tannins in black tea have been shown to really be good at combating candida, so that's another good food to work on. And bone broth, so grass-fed soup bones, making bone broth, or organic chicken bone broth is really good at healing the gut up. It's filled with collagen, which is really good for gut lining and the building blocks for enterocytes. Cool. I just have a patient coming in, so my staff was telling me. But people that with these underlying gut issues, thanks for the hearts, can have what's called a histamine intolerance or a more sensitive nature to histamine, and the bone broth can be rich in histamine. So one way to mitigate that is for brewing your bone broth a little bit less, maybe 1 to 2 hours, making it lighter, more diluted. That typically mitigates the histamine issue if that is a problem for you and you respond negatively to bone broth. And then foods you want to avoid, foods you want to just not have at all when you're healing the candida overgrowth is, of course, sugar, no good. The bacteria, yeast in your gut eat what you eat, and they love sugar. So sugar, and it's all its pseudonyms, watch out for it. Fruit, I would limit fruit. I would stick to low fructose fruits like berries, blueberries, and strawberries particularly, in moderation. So I'd say maybe a small handful or so, not much. Grains, you're going to want to get rid of that. It's tough on the gut. It feeds the gut because it breaks down into sugar as well as the protein, gluten, which is damaging to the gut in many different ways. Again, look at our website for more information on that. And then we put a couple other foods in there, foods you definitely want to avoid. So to read the whole article, go to drwillcole.com. I list all the foods there, foods you exactly want to have and foods you want to avoid when you're healing the gut. All right, guys, for more information about this and functional medicine, again, check out the website, drwillcole.com, and I will see you guys next time. See you later. Bye.